Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I am doing great, and I am here to do a review for the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This episode, hunty, was juicy. Like, I'm sitting here watching like this. I couldn't tweet fast enough. Shout out to all of you guys who live tweeted with me. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Miss TP90 because it will be going down every single Sunday, okay? This episode was juicy. I got a lot to talk about, so please be sure to like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. It is free 99. And also, you know what I'm about to say, get into my favorite app, which is Feature Points. All you do is use my referral link down below. You start playing the games, accumulating the points, and then you cash them in for like PayPal credit, Amazon gift cards, Starbucks gift cards, and I'm trying to hook y'all up for the holiday season. Free stuff. Go ahead and get it in. I love it. So we open up with Nene in Vegas. She is doing Cirque du Soleil, honey. They have her hosting a show, and girl, you better go ahead and get them checks. Yes, I see you. She was like, you know what? For this, it's going to be a lot of acting, and for me to act risque, it's just going to be a lot. I have to pull out of my hats. And I'm sitting here like, Nene Leakes, you know good and well your ass know how to be risque. But she said she knows how to be physically naked. I said, okay, I'm glad you cleared that up because I was looking at you like, for real? Oh, Nene, she's a mogul now. And I'm sitting here like, boo, stop it. Even on Watch What Happens Live, if I heard her say she was doing Broadway one more time, girl, we get it. Make this money. Get your checks, boo. We don't have to hear about your title all the time, girl. Speaking of people who be making money and you don't hear much about their money and you know they got some, it's Miss Candy. Oh, I so wish they had kept that in there this season. I think I talked it up so much that they took it out, but I miss it. I really do. I want her to have a musical interlude similar to like the R&B divas. Oh, I just want her to do something. Candy and Todd, they's married now. I was watching The Color Purple earlier. Sister. So Todd's daughter, Kayla, she is coming from New York City. She's going to stay with them in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm thinking, oh my God, oh, she about 5 or 6. So she Riley's age. This girl is 18. Candy was like, you know what? He didn't even know he was a daddy till she was like 5. But they were on the phone every day. But, you know, she need to be driving and maybe she need to get a job. But Todd, we need to talk about this. Todd is like, you know what? Whenever she get here, we just gonna figure it out. I mean, cause you know it's a lot. And I'm sitting there like, Todd, do you know baby girl is coming? Are you ready? I mean, come on, come on. Candy has one daughter, and she believes that the kids should be rewarded for things that they do. Of course, Candy, she has that lifestyle, so she can do that. Todd is like, pump your brakes. I believe in that. I believe more of structure, not a lot of spoilage going on. So they really need to talk about that. Phaedra, she's at the hotel. Pastor Regina comes over, who is Phaedra's mama. She's at a hotel because she's saying there's paparazzi all over the home. Maybe they were in helicopters. Okay. It's the morning of Apollo's sentencing. She wants to protect her 82-month-old and her 18-month-old, and she is not going. And I'm like, okay, Phaedra, we get it. So we cue over to Apollo at their house. He ironing his shirt, making him some eggs, you know, pumping some iron. And he's like, you know what? I'm not a molester. I didn't kill nobody. I'm not a murderer. But I mean, I did what I did. I am a fraud. And I'm like, yeah, that's criminal behavior, sweetie. You're criminal. Wire fraud, bank fraud, titty fraud. It's all fraud, sweetie. It's not legal, sweetheart. You can't do that, sugar plum. You cannot put baby powder on a dirty pamper. That shit is stinking, okay? You got to throw that out, boo. That's bad. No. Of course he got caught. Somebody snitched on him. These hoes ain't loyal, especially if you participating in criminal activity. Gotta go. He did it. Bye. Apollo, you know what I'm saying? He feel left in the cold. Phaedra, she doesn't want to deal with it. Down below in the comments, I want to know what you guys think. Should Phaedra have gone to court with Apollo? On one hand, I believe she should have, being that she signed up for this. She knew exactly the type of dude he was. There might be a chance he might be going back to jail. Ask your husband through thick and thin, sickness and in health, criminal, not a criminal, all of that. She should have went on one hand. And then on the other hand, I understand Phaedra is a lawyer. She didn't sign up for it. She doesn't want any part of it. I understand. I see both sides. Down below, I want to know, what would you have done? I feel as though she married him. There you go. Apollo's brother, he comes over. He wants to show his support, and he is going to go with him to the court. Isn't that nice? Brotherhood. I was like, who's this white man coming up to the door? Now, Phaedra didn't have to go as deep as saying, I mean, paparazzi was all over the house. I mean, ma'am, you didn't want to be there. You didn't want to have to deal with it. We did it. Even his brother gave him some logic and some honesty. He was like, look, I don't agree with what you did, and you made your bed, you gotta lie in it, but at the same time, I'm gonna support you because you're my brother. And that's what family does. And I was like, exactly. Makes a lot of sense. My name is Bennett. I wasn't in it. He did it. I'm just here to show my support. Y'all have a good day. Oh, her mother, the prophet, came in and gave a word. She said the storm is over, but if you commit a crime, your ass is going to jail. I was like, there you go. Call a thing a thing. We get to see Kenya Moore, and they show a bunch of pictures, being that she had to go all around the world to cope for that ass whooping that she had to get on that reunion show. The humiliation. The horror. I was like, Kenya, girl, stop it. She was like, it's so hard to live through it. Cynthia comes over to talk because that's really her only alliance, her only friendship right now. She starts to cry because of the anxiety she feels all the time. I was like, Kenya, girl, stop it. How many months ago was that, girl? Stop. Next time, make sure you got your weave hand strong, okay? Somebody come at you come at the track. That's all you got to do. Candy goes to see Portia, and Portia turned around. All we see is ass, ass, ass. I was like, damn. Portia had to turn herself in. She was the one who gave the face mug shot like, hey. She ain't worried about it. She's selling that hair. She is happy to be free from Kunta's reign. Y'all know who Kunta is. Kunta is her ex-husband, Cordell. That's what I call him, because exactly. Kenya was like, these group of women hate me. And if it just wasn't me, they would help everybody. And I'm like, you're probably right. I don't support violence. I do not. I don't like fighting, but at the same time, if you're gonna provoke me, I'ma bop your ass too. Boop boop. Cynthia versus Nene Leakes. I was team Nene. But what was I supposed to do? Be up your butt? I was like, girl, you had a room in her ass for 2 years. I'm sitting here like, oh my God, you in Casa de la Asa for 2 years. You had a key. You in the penthouse, girl. How far up somebody's ass can you be? She was like, and now I can finally be myself. I can breathe. Honey, you can do that regardless. Just saying. Hey. Apollo is on his way to court. He is hoping for under 10 years. Hours later, we get to see it. And of course, he has been sentenced for 8 years in the federal penitentiary. Everybody, including myself, of course, we knew this months ago, but I was like, damn. I just felt bad for the kids. I mean, with the whole Apollo Phaedra situation, they're adults. They are grown. But these kids, they're the ones who really suffer. Phaedra wasn't there. She playing two square with the kids. I'm sitting there like, why are you doing that? You could... Next. Her confessional, she was like, I'm just so confused and befuddled. I'm like, girl, stop. He's with his mother and his brother, and he's basically saying, 8 years, they're really continuing the cycle because his mother was in prison. And it's just unfortunate that family is just continuing the cycle over and over again. As Iyanla says, the pathology. Phaedra gives no fucks at all. She was in that confessional. She was like, you know what? My kids, I'm the one they call on first. I'm the one they look to. So unfortunately, Apollo, he ain't gonna be here to see it, but I'm gonna be just fine. I'm gonna be all right. I was like, damn, Phaedra. Jeez. We're back in Vegas looking at Nene being this sexual ringmaster, and I can't. I just can't. All of her moaning and groaning. I was like, ew. We're back in the hotel with Greg, and Greg, I just love him for so many reasons, especially when he asked about the orgies. He was like, how many peoples be in an orgy? I was like, really? Nene, she's just happy to be away from the drama, and I can't blame her. I mean, get these checks while you can, girl. Do that. Candy and Todd, they're at home talking about the night and what's going on. Candy's loyalty is, of course, with her friend Phaedra of many, many years. Speaking of Apollo, he just shows up looking like a little lost puppy. I was like, oh. He was talking to Todd, and he was like, you know what? She ain't even call me. She ain't do nothing. See how I was doing? I was like, man, you couldn't even text him and say, 8 years, huh? Something. Cynthia's at the Bailey agency working. Uncle Ben comes by with sushi. I guess he had nothing to do, but we figure out why he wanted to talk to her and butter her up. Cynthia, ending your friendship with Nene gives you more time to spend with your husband. I thought it's the other way around. I don't understand. I don't know. Cynthia was very smart to keep her old place because, everything else included with Bar 1 was foreclosed, and it wasn't their fault. It was the landlords, they say. The wheels are spinning in Uncle Ben's head. He wants to have a new location for Bar 1, and he picked Charlotte, of all places, to have this new location. He asked her, so you want to be a partner? And she was like, Uncle Ben, Let me think about that, boo. AKA, not right now, player. We ain't got time for that. I'm trying to stack these checks. You, my friend, I can't depend on you with this right now. Sorry. Candy goes to see Phaedra to go get the scoop on the whole situation, because I guess she the only one who can really get in there right now. Yes, Candy, I so agree. Hillary was right there standing right beside Bill after his dick was sucked by Monica Lewinsky, but he was the president. I mean, you can't compare that. Ugh. I'm sitting here watching the interaction between friends now. Candy and Phaedra. And I mean, baby girl didn't crack at all. Like, she just sitting there like, well, he did, hey, yes. Apollo is playing pool. Faye comes home with the children and Mama Dukes. He was like, you know what, y'all missed my court date. He reached for baby Dylan, and Dylan was like, who the hell are you? Oh, you my daddy. Oh, okay, come here. He was like, y'all abandoned me. I needed y'all support and everything. It's all right, though. The back and forth, I was just watching just like this. It made my eyes burn. It was so intense. You know what, we could have prayed together. We could have made toaster strudels together. I needed my family, dog. She was like, you know what, were you thinking about your children during this whole thing? I made decisions based on how you act. I was like, even Phaedra, she looked like she had seen, y'all remember the movie Ghost? When Demi Moore finally saw Patrick Swayze, and she was like, oh shit. That's how Phaedra looked when he was about to spill all that tea on the table. She was like, don't you say it. It was like, every time you get paid, you run off with the check. I can't even buy no hamburger, no snapbacks. I was ready to get married, but I wasn't ready for this lifestyle. $3,200 mortgage. You know what I'm saying? I had to buy me some clothes. What you expect me to be naked? I'm sitting here like, Apollo, I don't understand a word you said in that sentence. It didn't come together correctly. So, what? I helped you earn that paycheck, Phaedra. Everything I did, I helped build this. He was giving me toddler tease. You know when you take a baby's toy and they're like, mine. That's what I thought. She was like, but what are these people gonna think? And he was like, that's all you care about is people. Why did we get married? Why did they get married? That's the question. You know what? I don't want to be in this relationship no more. I'm gonna call the divorce consultation and we're gonna get this settled. She was like, okay, bye. You know, Phaedra didn't say bon voyage. She said bon voyage. When I come back from jail, I can't be in no apartment. I can't be without a car. So I'm sitting here like, okay, so what I'm trying to understand is, are you trying to be set whenever you come back home? Are you scared that you're not going to have anything when you come back? Do you really want your family? What are you saying? Are y'all together? Were you in love? Do you love her? What's going on? And Phaedra, she wasn't giving me nothing. She was just sitting here like, bye. So I don't understand this relationship. I'm so confused. But I will say we do need cleanup on aisle number 19 beside the juices, because Apollo done spilled all the bright and early and all the Simply Orange all over the place. I mean, he was spilling tea. I was like, oh my God. All in all, that was this episode. Down below in the comments section, please let me know what you think about this whole Apollo and Phaedra situation. I just hope for the kids' sake that they figure something out visitation-wise. I think he's already in jail. So this is just, it's messy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.